Hey everybody, Rich from Elk Endeavors here. Hey, today is the last day of Brian Tracy's personal power principles. So before we start that, I wanted to say that I really appreciate you hanging in there with me, and I hope you've enjoyed these talks that I've given on Brian Tracy's 10 power principles, personal power principles. And if you do like what I'm doing, please subscribe to my channel. Make sure you share my videos. Let other people know about them. If you like the messages, please let me know. And I'm happy to, I want to continue making more. And I'm really having a good time with this. So thank you very much for watching everything, and we'll get started. So I wanted also to let you know that I've moved on from, how my computer broke, right? So there's my computer. Well, no, that's my actual television. And my computer is blank screen. So fortunately, I'm able to use the computer with my television. So yeah. So anyway, that's where I am right now, and I'm down in the basement trying to finish up some things and get my video published, and then we'll move on from there. So Tracy's 10th power principle, personal power principle, is confidence. Okay, and that, like I've talked about, they all kind of wrap together, and it's really important to see that and see that all these things kind of come together. Not only Brian Tracy's stuff, the 10 principles, but also how everybody's stuff ties together. And I've been talking about this, and you're probably kind of tired of it, but the fact that I really believe that it's so important for people to hear that all these personal growth things are the same, right? It's the same message, the same things you have to do, and they all kind of come together, and that's what's so important, because once you figure out that it's the same message, then you realize that it's got to be true. If the Bible, Earl Nightingale, Napoleon Hill, Brian Tracy, Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins, Vic Stryjus, Russell Brunson, they're all saying the same thing in a different way, then it's got to be true. And they're all very successful people. So that's really important. I'm going to have a sip of coffee here. You can also see that's the monitor. I back there in the back. I spent 2 hours going down. I went to visit my parents, picked up the monitor, and came home, and it doesn't work. so I'm back to the TV. So at any rate, confidence being the 10th pillar is really, really important, because that's where it all ties together with confidence. So if you're feeling confident, and if you understand that these things work, that all this stuff is what you need to be successful, then you'll be successful. If you have confidence in your abilities, and I said this a while ago in a different video, I think in a different series of videos, that if I'm having a bet bet on someone, I'm betting on myself every time. Because I know what I've done, I know what I can do, and I know what I've done. I know what I've done in my life. And I'm, and that's really important. That's what gives me the confidence to know that these things that all these things are going to work out for me, and they're working. But when I first started out, there's this sort of dread, and ooh, I don't know, I hope this works, and there's this hope, and I'm going to try, and now I don't think like that. I don't think about trying to do stuff. I just do it. It's not a matter of trying. It's a matter of just doing it. Because when you say you're going to try it, if you say you're going to try being an affiliate entrepreneur, then you're leaving yourself a little room to doubt, and you're leaving yourself a little room to get out of it and think oh, well, it wasn't for me. It wasn't going to work for me anyway. It's simply not true. If you put the work in, there's no reason why, and you do the things you're supposed to be doing, there's no reason why it wouldn't work for you. It's a numbers game. It doesn't matter. The numbers don't care about your ability, about your skills. What the numbers care about is your confidence and your ability to overcome obstacles. So if you're not able to overcome obstacles, then no, you're not going to make it. But that's that's where self confidence comes in. So that's really really important to understand, is that all these things come back to the goal setting and confidence and commitment and desire, and all the different things that I've talked about. Because if you don't have those things, then no, you're not going to make it. I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you. But if you have the ability to have some setbacks and understand that there's an investment involved, an investment of time, an investment of energy, an investment of money. I just had, my son was just down here, and he said, Dad, I wish you'd come upstairs and play outside with us, and I was like, I can't, buddy. I got to get this stuff done, before mommy leaves, because mommy's going out tonight. And it breaks my heart, but I've been I haven't been down in this basement. I wrote my doctorate, and I did my doctorate in this basement, and so there, Saturday and Sunday I was pretty much in the basement. So I get where he's coming from, but it breaks my heart to have to say I gotta work on this stuff, but my work and the short-term pain, which is only an hour and a half. It's 2:00 now. I have to be done by 3:30. So I'll get that done, and I'll be out there hanging out with my kids, and that's what's important, because I have to get it done before my wife leaves. Otherwise, I just wait till tonight to do it. At any rate, but the confidence that I have, and I think the overall point that I'm coming to is that I know that all these things are working. I know that it's not a matter of trying. It's a matter of just doing it, and I'm doing it, and it's working, and I'm seeing results, and that's the most important thing. So if you do the same thing, then there's no reason why you shouldn't see results. I mean, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work for me, and not for someone else who does the same thing and tries tries to skill up and tries to do their best. It's going to work. It might take a little more time. It might take a little less time. I mean, I see people all the time in our Facebook group. We have a private Facebook group in 4%, and people that just started are they make sales, and it's like, well, wow, it took me 3 months before I was able to make my first sale, and these people are doing it in less than a month, and I'm like, well, that's awesome. That's really great. And that's another thing, in terms of confidence. When I first started, one of the major things was to let go of of worrying about other people's success. And actually, Brian Tracy says, he says, don't be envious of people that have money and that have been successful, because you know what? They couldn't care less. They're happy and they're doing what they do, and you being jealous of them is not going to change anything. It's just going to make you not want to do it, and it's not going to have any impact whatsoever on that person. So change your circumstance, and that's what I've done, and it took a lot of confidence. But like I said, I'm confident in myself. I'm confident in my ability. I'm confident in what I can do and what I can't do, and I'm playing to my strengths. So I feel that I'm good on video, and I know how to talk to people. So I'm doing that. I'm a good writer, so I'm doing a blog. I have a podcast that's in the works. That's kind of gone by the wayside, but I'm still working on it. It's still gonna be something that I put out there. But those are my strengths. So fortunately, these things play to my strengths. It's just a matter of how long it's gonna be until I meet my goals, and those goals they're coming. And like I said, I think if you've been following me at all, I have 2 goals. I'm just looking. I have them right here. I have 2 goals these are laminated, right? These I laminated when I first started the 4% Success Challenge, and then my daughter drew the cards, so I wanted to be inspired by my daughter. But then there's there's 3. I have 3 other goals, 2 or 3 other goals that are on index cards. Okay, and the reason they're on index cards is because I don't want these to be my goals very long. Right? These goals are to be met. This goal is December 13th. This is my kayaking goal, right? So every day I read that goal, I think about it, I write about it. I'm confident that's going to happen. I've envisioned it. I go to bed thinking about it. I wake up thinking about it, and I know what it's going to look like, down to breaking the chem light, and putting it on the car so I don't lose the car when I'm out kayaking on the lake with my wife. So those are the goals, and I'm absolutely certain. There's nothing you can tell me that would make me think that they're not going to happen. And so that's pretty different from last February. There's no way that you could have convinced me last February that I would think like this. And that's a really important thing. So I have a lot of confidence. I have confidence in myself, and therefore I have confidence in you. And if you choose to act, if you choose to take up the challenge, then I'm right here with you. And it's I've been through it. I've been through the ups and downs and the concerns and what am I doing, and is this going to work? And and now I don't even think about it. And one other thing that I've talked about as well is that, like, the idea of trying, right? When I hiked the Appalachian Trail, I hiked the 100-mile wilderness on the Appalachian Trail, and that was quite the experience because I was not ready for it. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. But it's basically like you go and you start, and you have 100 miles. You have to walk 100 miles to the next town. And so we set out, and by the time I figured out that I was really hating life, I'm getting invaded here. If I wanted to quit, I was 40 miles into the 100-mile wilderness, right? So there was no quitting, because quitting meant that I had to walk 50 miles backwards. So why would I walk 50 miles backwards when I could go forwards, right? I'm using my head because I'm holding my camera with both hands. So at any rate, that's where the confidence comes in. That's what's so important, and I hope that's helpful to you. So I hope this video series has been helpful. I think what I'm going to do is wrap it up tomorrow with a kind of just an explanation of the whole thing and how it all has impacted me over the last 10 days. And I'm really excited for you to get started. Please click the link below. Please subscribe to my channel if you like it. Please share these videos if they have, if there's stories that are making sense to you. And yeah, I look forward to talking to you again tomorrow. Have a great day.